I love this question. If you guys have been following me, you're probably going to hear some repeats because I really just love to put love and respect on underrated movies. And as you all know, I can talk about horror movies forever, so I cannot narrow it down to 10. So here's like 13 horror movies from the last 10 years or so that I think flew under the radar and are completely underrated, and where you can stream them. The Dark and the Wicked is a Shudder original, and this is honestly one of the most unsettling movies that I've seen in the past couple years. And this is one that I think is genuinely scary. Again, you can find this one streaming on Shudder. Excision is one of my favorite movies. However, I will say this one is not for the weak of heart. It's very bloody. But if you're up for the challenge, this one is truly phenomenal, and it's streaming for free on Tubi. Host is another Shudder original, and according to science, this movie actually surpassed Sinister as the scientifically proven scariest movie of all time. And it's only like an hour long. This again is one that like truly scared me. This is not to be confused with Hosts, which is another movie that you can find on Shudder. I personally found this movie very disturbing, but very unique and entertaining. And I've never really heard anybody talk about it, and I don't even think I've talked about it, but I love this one. Would You Rather? I feel like this one is a bit better known because it was on Netflix for a while, but I thought the concept behind this movie was so disturbing and unique. And this is one that like you're filled with anxiety the whole time. It's no longer on Netflix, but you can find this one on Amazon Prime. Another one I have talked about a lot, but it's because I really want everybody to just appreciate this masterpiece of a movie. American Mary, again, is not one for the weak of heart. And if you need trigger warnings, this one is full of them. This one, again, is on Shudder, but you can also find it for free on Tubi. Another one I can't stop, won't stop talking about. Grave Encounters is an incredible movie, and it has a very special place in my heart because this is truly the first movie to ever like horrify me to my core. And this one is also on Shudder and Tubi. Haunt is another Shudder movie. It was either a Shudder original or a Shudder exclusive. So that's where you can find it. But this movie is phenomenal, and it's so great to watch, especially around Halloween. We Need to Talk About Kevin, I would say, is more of like a psychological thriller. And this is one where the subject matter is truly just very heavy and dark. So be warned. This one's also on Tubi. The Lodge is a bit better known and more talked about, but this is truly one of the best horror movies to come out within the past 5 years. And I feel like I didn't hear about it until recently, and it came out in 2019. This one is on Hulu. The Bay is another movie that I've talked about quite a few times. I literally just talked about it in my last video. But I've personally never heard anybody talk about this movie, and it bothers me because it's so amazing. But fair warning, this one is gross. This one is currently on Amazon Prime and YouTube TV. May the Devil Take You is an Indonesian horror movie. And I've said it before, but Asian horror is not for the weak of heart, and it is extremely terrifying. And this movie is no exception. This one is streaming on Netflix. Berberian Sound Studio is a movie I honestly want to revisit because I watched it a long time ago and I remember not really understanding it. Again, more of a psychological thriller, but really different and just weird.